All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, basically what I want to go over really quickly is, basically a story of revenge in the Bible, of vengeance rather. All right, because I did a video earlier this week going into how revenge is a righteous thing. To seek vengeance, to avenge your people is a righteous thing according to the scriptures. All right, and how the Lord's going to let his men take revenge. And I was just bringing, a few scriptures out on that. But I basically wanted to get an example of revenge or an example of vengeance in the scriptures. An example of how we actually did it before, and so how we're going to do it again. All right, so basically I'm gonna start with this article because it sums up things a lot better, than going to all the precepts. There's a lot of precepts, but basically it's a story of the Midianites and how we slayed them. All right, we had war against them and we killed them. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. It's gonna explain some things, and then we're gonna get scriptures. But basically, all right, it says Abraham had more. It said Abraham had more sons than just Isaac by Sarah and Ishmael by Hagar. He also had 6 sons by Keturah. All right, when you skip in, one of his sons was Midian. All right, so obviously the Midianites were the sons of Midian. Now, when you go down, it says when Moses fled the wrath of Pharaoh, after he killed one of the Egyptians, he traveled to Midian. There, Moses met and married his wife Zipporah and served his father-in-law Jethro as a shepherd for 40 years. The fact that Jethro was a priest, or we can skip down. So basically, Moses traveled to the land of Midian, all right, and got him a woman there. And then it says, as the children of Israel traveled through the wilderness. So this is during the time of the 40 years, that we were wandering in the desert. So it says, as the children of Israel traveled through the wilderness, they employed the services of a guide familiar with the desert. Moses' Midianite brother-in-law, Hobab. All right, you can read that in Numbers 10 and 29. However, the relations between the Israelites and the Midianites began to sour when the Midianites joined forces with the Moabites in order to hire Balaam to curse Israel. Numbers 22. Later, when Israel fell into idolatry and sexual sin with the Moabite woman, Numbers 25. So let's get that really fast. Numbers 25 and 1. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. And Israel joined himself to Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. So long story short, of course you can read this whole chapter in the next few ones, but basically, we went off when we dealt with the Moabite woman. We started to worship their gods and sacrifice unto their gods. All right. So when we keep going back in here, it says, where were we? And so this is just to give you a backstory of why we were taking vengeance against the Midianites. All right, so it says the Midianites joined forces with the Moabites in order to hire Balaam to curse Israel. Numbers 22. All right, and then when you read down, it says we find that a prominent Midianite woman was also involved. Numbers 25. So when we read down, Numbers 25:6, it says, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. All right. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman, through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. All right, so Phinehas went in and killed that man and the woman, that Israelite man and that Midianite woman. All right, and so now when you go back here, and this is basically what they were covering. After that happened, it says, the Lord then told Moses to wage war against the Midianites. Treat the Midianites as enemies and kill them. They treated you as enemies when they deceived you in the pure incident involving their sister Cosby, the daughter of a Midianite leader. So it says Numbers 25:17 and 19. All right, and number 16. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them. Or actually, I should start up right here, Salakia. I'll keep going. Vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wives, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosby, the daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague of Peor's sake, for Peor's sake. So basically, this is the backstory on why we waged war against the Midianites, because they teamed up with the Moabites and basically had us go off and worship the other gods. All right, these other false gods. So now, fast forward to Numbers 30, and this is the main point, the main where everything goes down. You know what I'm saying? When you keep reading, we're just going to read this now. It says Numbers 30:1. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord hath commanded. All right. Now keep in mind, everything that's about to happen is righteous, and the Lord commanded Moses to lead the people in doing this. And this shows how that it's a righteous thing to take revenge or to avenge your people. All right. The situation that we're in right now with the with Esau, he got the children of Israel in hardcore bitter slavery. All right, he's oppressing us. So the Lord is going to take vengeance against us. Against him. All right. And we're reading of a time in the past when he did it. So verse 2, it says, Salakia, verse Numbers 31:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. Afterward shalt thou be gathered unto thy people. All right. And Moses spake unto the people, saying, arm some of yourselves unto the war, and let them go against the Midianites, and avenge the Lord of Midian. Of every tribe 1,000 throughout all the tribes of Israel shall ye send to war. All right. And this is happening in this day and age, man. All right. You had 1,000 of every tribe back then, so 12,000. But you got 12,000 of every tribe now, man. So 144,000 men the Lord is raising up. All right, the Lord is raising up to be his warriors. All right, against the nation of Edom. All right, we're at war right now with Esau, Edom, the so-called white people. All right. When you keep reading, so they were delivered out of the 1,000 of Israel, 1,000 of every tribe, 12,000 armed for war. Okay. I'm gonna go down. And they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses, and they slew all the males. And they slew the kings of Midian, beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi, and Rechem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, 5 kings of Midian. Balaam also the son of Beor they slew with the sword, man. And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle and all their flocks and all their goods. All right, so this is a God of the Bible. This is what he said to do, man. This is why you people really don't read, you know, and the ones that do, they get beguiled at this, if that's the right word. And I was looking when I was doing research on this, a lot of articles, people are like, how could the Lord do this? You know, that was an inhumane act, you know, but it's not, man. It's an act of vengeance, which is a righteous thing, man. Avenge, meaning to pay back the ones who did evil against you. And that's what's going to happen with you Edomites, man. The Lord is going to let us get vengeance against you. All right. Let me just hold this. But when you go down and you keep reading, and they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. You know, this is going to happen today as well, man. All right, the Lord is going to have vengeance on you Edomites. Once 144,000, all right, get delivered into the chambers, into the chariots, and then they're beamed back down. All right, we're going to go and we're going to kill all you Edomites, man. All right, we're going to destroy you Edomites. Even before that, when the Lord may give some of his men spiritual powers, we're going to take vengeance on you Edomites for all that you've done. All right, because you did the same thing that the Midianites and the Moabites had us do. All right, you're making us worship these false gods. All right, making us do all manner of wickedness. So the Lord is going to take vengeance on you by way of his people, Israel. All right, the Lord is going to let the Israelites do it. He's going to give power unto his men to take vengeance against Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen nations. All right. And you keep going. I'm going to read down. It says, and Moses was wroth. And Moses was wroth, meaning he was mad with the officers of the host, with the captains over thousands and captains over hundreds, which came from battle. And Moses said unto them, have ye saved all the women alive? He was asking. He was like, why'd you do that? All right. Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor. Peor being a false god. All right. Baal Peor. All right. That false god that we were worshiping. All right. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. All right. So this was a righteous thing that Moses did. Goes to show you people don't read. All right. Because when you look at that in today's view, that's considered, you know, a crazy, inhumane act, man. But that ancient custom is coming back, man. Killing all the men. All right. And then taking the woman captive. All right. That was an ancient custom that we did back then. All right. When we waged war, man. All right. Right here, we were at war against you Midianites. All right. Same thing today. We're at war against you heathen and against you Edomites, man. and we're going to kill the men, and we're going to take your women. All right, as concubines. And that's thus saith the Bible. All right, the scriptures. All right, verse 19. Well, that was pretty much it. That was the point, man. It's basically summing up how, why, and how, we went to war against the Midianites, and how we slayed them. You know what I'm saying? Took their woman. That was an act of what? Vengeance. We just read up, avenge. That was an act of vengeance. So it's a righteous thing to seek revenge. All right, and the Lord is gonna let us get our revenge, man, on you Edomites, for everything that you've done. All right, you polluting the earth and destroying the Lord's people. Last scripture, Ezekiel 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. All right, so the Lord is going to destroy you Edomites by what? His people Israel. The so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans are going to get their revenge in the end. All right, we're going to win, and we're going to overcome the beast, So with that, Lord is willing, we are edified. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.